Hey y'all, it's me. It's your girl, the real deal Lenita's is reaction channel. Like, share, and subscribe. What's up, real deal? How y'all doing? Hope everybody doing good. Now, y'all, wait now, dude, is this telling us that uh Young Thug about to get out of jail or what? Fulton County Jail is overcrowded, y'all, and under investigation. Why might y'all think that's going on? Okay, it's because that the population is too high. There's like 1,100 and something, too many in there. Okay, and they piled up on each other, laying out on the floor and stuff. That's not supposed to happen. Now, the leader, they trying to reduce the population due to the fact the pandemic threw us back with a lot of things, and a lot of people haven't been indicted. So either has been indicted, and then you got other court cases backed up where they supposed to be released. So what they're going to do is like uh, for the lowercase people, not on a high charge, what they're gonna do is they can't bun out. They're gonna do a signature to a bun. So it's ways of doing it. Cause I always ask y'all, I said, they got too many people locked up. I mean, what are they gonna do about it? You can't just pile them up. So a lot of people should have got court dates and signed their own signature bond. What happened, y'all, when the prisons are overcrowded? That's another thing you need to ask yourself. What happens when a prison is overcrowded? Well, prisoners sleep in shifts on top of each other. That's too crowded. They share beds and tie themselves to windows, bars, so that they can sleep while standing. That's sad. That ain't got no business. What? Standing up, sleep. Wow, I can do it now. I can do it. It's weird, but I can do it. But that's not safe. That's not healthy in a jail. So they are gonna and one of the issues in Fulton County is that's one of our issues here in Fulton County is overcrowding and understaffing, y'all, and poor conditions. You heard what I said? Now we don't lost a lot of inmates them passed away due to the fact the issue is overcrowding and understaffing and poor conditions. So we had about about 9 deaths allegedly in Fulton County Jail. About 9. And that's not good at all. And so the commissioner got to think right away. He got to do something because this time they don't have stabbing. You know, they had a lawsuit. Somebody got stabbed, and a girl didn't get her medicine. A guy didn't get his medication. It was understaffed. Don't nobody want to work in them kind of places no more. And the only thing that they have is like more like what they call it, black pepper to spray them and a flashlight. That ain't funny. But the ninth um this sad, y'all. And what they saying now that stabbing at the Fulton County Jail has uh once again emphasized concern about inmate safety inside the facility. I say inmate safety and God safety. You know what I mean? The chef job is to protect those citizens inside there. And this has not been going on, y'all. This has not been happening. They still citizens. They still human. They still people. They could be you and I. You know what I mean? I mean, there could be anybody who don't got locked up and waiting to go to trial and get out of there. The wellness check of those people is very important. That's why you in custody and you're supposed to be able to use the phone. You know what I mean? One thing about it, when they lose an inmate, they can't come back. They can't come back, and that's serious. So we're gonna take a look to the what the chief plan on doing about this. What is he gonna do? It's his job. What is he gonna do about this? And before I turn it on, this is for news report, reporting purposes, commenting, and entertainment. Here we go, y'all.
Is concentrate on keeping the folks that we represent and anyone that goes to jail safe and alive.
Atlanta Judicial Circuit Public Defender Maurice Kenner heads the Fulton County Public Defender Office, which represents about 95% of Fulton County jail inmates. Kenner sent a letter to Fulton County Chief Superior Court Judge Earl Glanville earlier this month, asking him to impose a standing order to allow the release of certain detainees on signature bonds, detainees who are now unable to make cash bonds.
Someone who's been in jail for a nonviolent offense and who just can't make a bond.
Those who would be eligible for release if they meet the criteria include detainees who are charged with nonviolent offenses and those individuals who have been detained for a year or more that require medical care would also be granted signature bonds. Also on Monday, Glanville's office filed an emergency petition in Superior Court in an effort to prevent the Fulton County Sheriff's Office from transferring clients who are represented by the Public Defender's Office out of state.
I think there are a lot of facilities within the state of Georgia that the inmates in the Fulton County Jail can be safely housed. I don't to keep our clients safe.
You're gonna have to do something.
His office was not told of the reported plans by the sheriff to move these inmates out of state. He said he's heard that the plan would possibly be to move them to Mississippi. He says counsel, and so he is finding that word
is stop it here. I want y'all to see this here. Hold on for a minute. They not saying
lawyers now say the doctor who the couple
they
paid
not
to perform a private.
They not mentioning it, but they should mention that that's really not the deplorable condition. I mean, like the conditioning should be better than that. It shouldn't be like that. You know, they're humans inside the jail. Need to let some of them men go. That's why women ain't got no men now. All of them locked up, and they won't let them out. Okay. I want to show y'all this. Let y'all see. See, I told them when they let Trump in there, Trump saw the conditioning of the Fulton County Jail, and God did that so he can let them see what goes on in there. And then they may release Young Thug. They might release Young Thug. What y'all think? Oh Lord. I'm just saying. Let him go home for a minute. He'll come back. He'll come back. But for real though, now, what I really want y'all to look at how I look on the inside of the jail. I'm gonna give y'all a jail tour, okay? So y'all won't think jail is pretty. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let y'all see, and this ain't the first time. Our week been pretty. I just told y'all this morning when I went down there. I told y'all when I went down there and visit my brother, I said I won't go in bed no more because I didn't like all the scrape off the paint. and I spoke to y'all about that. What's day Tuesday? Yes, and I told y'all when I went down there and visit how nasty it looked at, and I didn't feel right. But I'm gonna let y'all see so you can take my words, the real deal words about the inside of the jail. It looked nasty. Here we go.
Use or shouldn't use, and yet they had been used and part of the deplorable conditions. An inmate complains he needs to get out of the county jail to go see a judge. The sheriff, Pat Labat, allowed the public to see inside.
Every inmate, every detainee, and every cell.
Labat says he will look at every floor and talk to the inmates. Some continue to be curled up in doggy-style plastic trays due to overcrowding, and conditions made even worse because some of the jail sections cannot be used.
There's actually a leak behind the wall.
We saw cell doors off hinges, water from leaks, and other things we will not put on this broadcast. One inmate told Labat he's not been able to shower since Saturday.
I came up here Saturday. We have our intake. We took a shower. We were coming up for intake. That was it.
The highly publicized death of one inmate who sustained bug bites had been housed on a different medical floor. But that death put the Fulton jail and the sheriff in the spotlight.
We have been, telling people we need this kind of help. We're in crisis.
Labat told me he believes the rank and file were afraid to go over their bosses' heads to let him know how bad things had gotten. He successfully persuaded Atlanta Mayor Dickens to allow him to use the downtown city jail for extra beds. But here's the problem. He has to move already short manpower from Rice Street to supervise transferred prisoners. Are you restricted somewhat because you're already on a manpower crunch here, so you can only do it in a phase?
So what we've done is, and yes, we do it in phases because of manpower.
And the sheriff wants to make it clear he's not asking for a fancy new jail. He calls what's needed a replacement jail.
There you go.
Conditions here today, it explains why. From Northwest Atlanta, I'm more still.
And and I'm glad they showed this, y'all. I'm glad that they showed this. And I'm glad he said what he said. Because this don't make no sense. This don't make no sense. This is terrible. That's what keep me okay. So y'all tell me what y'all think about the condition and what y'all see y'all deplorable disease, conditioning. This the conditioning. The jail, okay. It just come on. If you gonna pack them up there, if you gonna pack them in jail, you got to see. That's why we don't need to do another lockdown because that pull us back. You got to make it look better than that. It look for been looking like that. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. I think that's on a video that I have for y'all. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Hold 1 second. Trying to type something in right quick. Okay. Okay. Let me see, y'all. Do I have another one for y'all? I just want y'all to see what it looked like, what it really looked like on the inside of these jails. It is violence on the inside.
Ready to bring your brand into the real world?
Yeah, it is terrible. Yeah. This shouldn't be happening. Another inmate, y'all, was attacked in there. And they're running his mouth. He closed his mouth.
Another inmate death inside the Fulton County Jail. Alexander Hawkins is the 7th inmate death this year. Fulton County Jail officials say they discovered 66-year-old Hawkins unresponsive in the medical unit Thursday morning. Atlanta police say Hawkins was arrested July 31st. He was initially taken to the Atlanta City Jail on a shoplifting charge, but then was later taken to the Fulton County Jail. No information is known on his medical condition, but retired jail manager Charles Rambo acknowledges some inmates come into the Rice Street Jail already sick.
So do.
We have a lot of inmates that are coming into the jail with pre-existing conditions
Yeah.
that they otherwise would not be able to afford health care on the street.
The Fulton County Medical
That's
Examiner
true.
will complete an autopsy on Hawkins soon. Now, this news comes as Fox 5 has obtained new video of another violent encounter inside the Fulton County Jail, this time involving weapons.
A former Fulton County prosecutor says the video shows just how easy it seems to be to carry out an assault. Fox 5's Morris Diggs has this exclusive story.
What you are about to see is not a fight, it is an assault with weapons being used. This is ugly, but unfortunately not all that unusual.
It is frightening to think that it has become that easy to attack somebody in the Fulton County Jail and for us to see it.
Because as attorney Ash Joshi notes, someone recorded the assault inside the Fulton County Jail.
There was weapons involved in that video. You could see by the way people were coming down on that young man's back.
Perhaps pieces of metal like these, confiscated items, or something as simple as a toothbrush. Fox 5 does not know how long this attack went on. There is no staff immediately evident. Joshi says when he was serving as an assistant district attorney, the overcrowding problem, how many officers to cover inmates, was not as severe as present day.
That ratio makes it such that the deputies are concerned for their own safety
That's
first.
right.
Because if one of them rushes into that situation that we saw in the video, now that deputy's in danger.
For anyone with a family member inside the Rice Street Jail, what Joshi explained next is sobering.
We used to at least be able to say to the people charged with lesser offenses that, hey, you're going to be in a section of the jail where probably not too many bad things going on. But that section of the jail doesn't exist anymore. Unfortunately, this video is just emblematic of things that are happening at the jail from the first floor up to the 7th floor. Your son is going to a place where the authorities cannot ensure their safety.
All right, y'all. That's here, right here, where the real deal live. Rice Street. We call it Rice Street. They call it Fulton County Jail. It is Fulton County Jail, but we don't call it Fulton County Jail. We call it Rice Street because it's on Rice Street. But it's not a good prison. It's not a good prison on the inside. So it looked pretty right there, but it's not. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. And give me your